In this 3-section meme, the characters Walter White and Jesse Pinkman from the hit show Breaking Bad are shown to aspire to go through their day without stumbling upon an infamous thick-assed tree. In a shocking turn, they indeed happen to run into it, which is kind enough to greet them, but they still end up panicking. Finally, the meme ends on a rather sad note, showing the depression that befell the two characters after this tragic chain of events. On the surface, this appears to be a simple humorous meme, showcasing an exaggerated reaction to what, in real life, would be a small, amusing event, the kind that you would chuckle about and say pretty neat with your friends. But is that really all? Breaking Bad is a show about how cool criminals and drug making are. If you break bad, so to say, you will be showered with riches and badassery. However, entering that alluring world may come with challenges. A nagging wife, loser friends, scary dudes who threaten your life and loved ones are all annoying things that you'll have to deal with in this new world. And yet, the most daunting challenge of them all is addiction. Addiction to drugs, power, family. If you let all these meaningless things drag you down, you will never reach your full potential. You have to discard all your emotions and just keep crawling towards your objective. You have to discard everything that is an obstacle if you want to become the breakest of the beds. That's the core message of this show. But many times throughout Breaking Bad and its spin-off Better Call Saul, the characters fall into dangerous old habits that only damage them and go against their very inner core and desires. Walt tries to love his family, Jesse does drugs, Jamie tries to do the right thing. In the finale, Walter gives up the title of Breakest of the Beds by relapsing into doing right by his family. In the El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, Jesse goes back to his loser friends. In the ending of Better Call Saul, he gives himself up trying to do the right thing. They never recover. They never achieve the ultimate goal of being the coolest, richest criminal there is. To be honest, it is kind of in human nature to fall into old bad habits. No matter how good our intentions and how resolute we are, it's very easy to go back to behaviors that damage us, because often that's the way that is most familiar and comforting to us. But this was supposed to be a badass cool show, and yet these pussies all fail? What a fucking character assassination! But how does all this connect to the tree with an absolute dump truck of an ass, you might ask? Well, I thought this through many times. Throughout my life, since I've seen this meme, I've been tormented by it. There was a feeling that upset me. There was just a small thing that I felt was wrong, and I just couldn't figure it out. And then it hit me, and I started writing this video. Trees are stationary. They don't move, they always stay with their roots on the ground. That means the only way Walter and Jesse could ever run into the same tree is by intentionally walking by the same walkway, the same road, the same direction, the same mistakes. Don't you see? It all connects to their addictions and self-destructive behaviors. This meme is a commentary and metaphor of our very human nature. It would be so easy to avoid the tree. You could just take another route. But just as in the show and just as in real life, we commit the same mistakes, fall into the same habits without even realizing it. And thus, Walt and Jesse are always destined to repeat the same errors and run into the same old cursed tree, which will torment them and flaunt them with its jiggly, juicy, fat ass.